Hello. How are you guys going? So, good old Font, the legend that he is, has upgraded his mod again, and we are now running with some propellers, and we've also got some wings. So I decided, with my poor ability, I thought it'd be a good idea if we tried to fly. Flying is something that I am really useless at the best of times. It's just not something that I am even capable of doing. I've tried it and it was a nightmare. So we decided we're going to give it a go and see how we get on. How you going, Play Boss? You having a good day? Lots of cows. So I'm going to do something real basic for starters. I'm not going to do anything too fancy. It's not my style. Plus, I'm not entirely sure. I'm not entirely sure what I'll be doing. But I'll be trying to do a simple kind of sort of biplane, I guess. Something like that. So we'll see what we'll do. We'll go for a lightweight block. What's the font block's weight is 2. High durability, low friction. Okay. So we'll use the font block just simply because it works in our favour. And obviously we're going to be using the wings. I think centered. If we take the centered wings, this might help us out. I'm not sure which ones we want to take. So we'll just take the 3 wings. We won't worry about the mediums to whatevers. His tutorials are good. There's no two ways about that. His tutorials are definitely good. I myself, I like to fail on my own. I think it's the best way to learn how to do stuff. Is to have a go in. Here's to have a go and see what happens. How's it going, Cube? We need a seat. Let's go for a saddle, shall we? Try and keep this thing nice and narrow down. Okay, so that'll be wings, seat. Will we need a jet engine? Maybe. Will we need a jet engine? Don't know, actually. No. I don't think we will, actually. We can get rid of that. Because we've got the propellers, I think we'll be able to make do with the propellers. We'll go for the small ones first. Go left and right. So wings, propeller, engine. We're going to need the battery packet thing. We're going to need some bearings. Maybe a switch. We'll take the switch just in case. Not necessarily going to be sure. We'll take some wheels. We'll take these mini wheels. Okay, so what have we got? Block, wings, an engine. Where's the saddle? There it is. Saddles are 3 wide, aren't they? That's missed completely. That's missed completely. So that's the saddle width, right? Okay. He is German. Looking at his native written language, he is definitely German. I say definitely, you know. I can't obviously be 100% sure without asking him, but I would say that he is most German than anything else. If we put that there, is that going to touch the ground? It's not, is it? Okay. Ah, cool. I'd say out of everybody, the Germans seem to be the most creative on these kind of games from what I have seen. I think you have a different education to the rest of us. So... Do you not? What do you think? Ooh, we've got a bit of lag going on. I don't know what that's all about. Got quite a lot of lag going on. Okay, so it's something over here. Might be all the cows. Realising I haven't put the engine in yet, it's going to be an interesting one. Engine to the front. Battery pack to the back, maybe? Oh, interesting. The plot thickens. Da, 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 da. How big are these propellers? Oh, they're tiny. I have got the tiny ones. Okay. So if we get the one big one, we can put it on the front. I have no idea if Fortnite has a creative mode. I've not looked at Fortnite since the day it came out. So in theory, we should move forward. I'm not expected to move far, I just want to know if it works. It should drag us along the tarmac. Okay, well that works. Although it does want to go kind of sideways. Next question is, how are we going to get... How are we going to get turning on this? So I've got forward momentum, that's fine. Forwards and backwards is easy enough to do. Turning. Unless I put the turning on the bearings maybe for the wings. I feel that that's getting too complicated for my tiny little brain though. You know what? I'm going to switch this up. We're going to go helicopter first. I think some sort of helicopter might be easier to do. Go for like the Osprey. That'd be really, really nuts though. The Osprey being like the quadcopter that the American military have. We can do something like that. So they have a tilting wing almost. Bring this here. Just so I can get on the seat. Oop, wrong place. Oh, well, that's not centered. That's annoying. So if I have a air in there. Saving up for GTA 5 or GTA 6? Because that's going to be coming out soon, surely. The new one, the latest one. Are these bad boys going to be strong enough to move us? That's going to be the question. Controller would help here as well. Go for a massive level 5 controller straight away. No holds barred. One of them's going the wrong way. That one? So, what about if we put these at an angle? Okay, this is going to be interesting. That big propeller is strong. Real strong. Maybe better up with the little one and see what happens. How you guys going? One of them doesn't like which way it's going. Okay, let's try splitting two on the back just to bring this kind of level. The heck's happened to this? Yes, indeed. This time with mods, but still the same old brain, so we probably won't be very successful. Oh boy. Oh, ragdoll. Out we get. Right. What seems to be the problem? Well, they seem to be turning allegedly the right way. Yeah, okay. So that does want to flip it. So that needs to be that way. But when it does that like metal clangy sound, I don't know if you guys can hear it. It's sort of saying, I think, there's something that's not right. I think these need to be further forward, you know. Put them here. If we can get up first, that'll be a start. Whoa, that has bounced. Okay. Don't need it. Okay. So the propellers are quite violent. It's a lethal weapon in their own. That makes sense because the back's super heavy. I gotta think about weight distribution. It's not something that I'm good with. So... As in like a giant plus, like that way. Ooh. And like have the seat facing that way kind of thing. So do it as a plus rather than a cross. That way. That makes sense. So rather than at the angle front and back, you're talking about plus side, right? Either way, I got a feeling we're going to be here for a while looking at this. And when it comes to flying, roll, pitch, any of that kind of stuff, you might as well be speaking a different language. But what I know from that is the back end is too heavy. Okay. So we'll do a complete redesign to get everything near the middle. But let's start. No. You know what? We'll go real big and basic to start with. We'll just go real big, kind of flat platform. Get everything squeezed in the middle. Get all the propellers and stuff at the four corners. And go from there. I think you've got to start. Got to start somewhere. Yeah, I would have thought GTA 6 would be coming out. I don't know. I say soon. Soon might be like another year, though, to be fair. But since the release of the next-gen consoles, it surely won't be too long before they start pushing stuff like that out. It's been in development for a while. So it can't be a million miles away. Surely. And then if we have that there. Right. And oh, I've still got to get the engine on. Motor, engine, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so then we what are these? Is it left and right? Yeah, so left and right. So right hand side and right hand side. The hardest thing with scrap mechanic, in my opinion, I have lots of ideas that should work. It's just making them work is something that I cannot do. I fail to get weight distribution. This isn't going to be right either. I can see it already. I fail to get the weight distribution right. And that kind of makes my designs all go down the drain. Okay. We just want to be able to go up just a little bit. Okay, so the back's too heavy. So for argument's sake, we'll just put another propeller in. Somebody's not happy. Might be him. Now the back's too strong and the front's too... So there's a middle ground somewhere here. Like using all these mods. I'm not even going to bother looking for that propeller. It can go despawn somewhere. But using all these mods, you would think it'd be really easy to make a simple prop-driven plane, right? In theory. And then when you sit down to try and do it, it's... No. Hold on. Who's not the right way round? Him. So now the front's too heavy. So somewhere down here is the perfect place for the propellers. Somewhere. It kind of is. Aha! There we go. So if we maybe go back one more block, because it's just a little bit over. Almost there. Wait, what? So that's... This isn't going to have... This isn't going to be how I want it to be, is it? There we go. Okay, so just adding a little row of blocks on works. So we've got a level flight. Interesting. That's the plan. That is the plan, Mr. Cornbread. We can... Well, we can make it hover, so that kind of works. And then all we've got to do is work out some forwards and backwards propulsion. We should be good. So hovering works. I mean, it comes down with a bit of a thud, but hovering works. It's a little bit on a wonk. That'll be the next problem. How do we keep straight and stable? So, forwards and backwards. Now, the only problem that we've got is anything that we add is obviously going to unbalance it. So, how about if anything we add to the front, we add to the back? Is that going to make us... So far, so good. Right. So... Here's what I'm thinking. I hate my life. Every time. Every time. Shut up, you. Symmetry is boring. Just gonna say it. Every time I notice font is in my chat, by the way, I always lose my creation. It always goes away. It's like a warning system that is kicking around. Shows up, my vehicle or whatever just disappears. There you go, guys. You happy now? Everything's somewhat symmetrical. Wait. I really need to use the mod that you have for the in-seat. All I know is forwards and backwards, left and right. It could be pitch, it could be roll, it could be any of that. I wouldn't have a clue. That one. Like I say, flying is definitely not something that I can even do so. Take it easy, my friend. Thanks for dropping by. Wait, need to put some power in the motor. Yes, the WASD converter. Or even the W. That's too heavy on the back. So it should be, if we move this back one more, I think we'll get it again, maybe. And then we'll save this part so that it doesn't cause us issues if it decides to disappear again. Like it probably will do, let's be honest. Ooh. You wait at the front now. No, wait. What am I doing? Does it? Because I tried that earlier and I couldn't get it to spin up fast enough. I used a level 10, a level 5 controller and I set it to the fastest and it just wouldn't... No. It just wouldn't spin up fast enough. Like that, that'll stop it. That way? Is that right? Yeah, don't get me wrong, it was just a quick trial, so it might more than likely have been me, but no, just one. That was going to be my next question, how many bearing you put under it. If it's just run off one bearing, there's nothing to it. But if you put on 2-3 bearings, then yeah. I am going to stick with the electric engine for now. And I will use the controller, maybe, somehow, to go forwards backwards. What are you doing? Right, so there we go, right? Let's just save this. Export as the fly. Right, so now if that just decides to disappear again, we'll be good. So then what I would like is a second engine. One motor for up and down, which will be the bottom one. So let's get the WSD converter because we do not want to lose this contraption. So if we use a bit of that, use a bit of that, use a switch. Okay. Use a bit of that. Upside down. Yes, it is. Damn it. There. Okay. And then that. And also that. That's part of the fun though, right? You got to rebalance as you go along. Helps with teething issues. My guy's in the seat. When I'm in the seat, I want that and I want that. With that, I want you to run that motor. Okay. If we're in here and this happens. Awesome. Awesome. Ragdoll. So now we've got up and down. We'll now need a forwards and backwards. So forwards and backwards will be that guy. In the hope that we can jump up here and put one of the big boys on. Let's connect that to the seat first, shall we? Interesting. And now we're two front heavy. Cool, cool, that's fine. Wait, how heavy are these, man? Only 3 weight, okay. Let me take some concrete. Ooh, interesting. So, here's the next question then. If we throw some wings on this, is this going to keep us in a sort of stable position, or is it not going to keep us in a stable position? They're in line? They're in line. Yeah. A little too many. Perfect. Slow and steady wins the race. Kind of. It does what we want it to do. It's up and it will go forwards and backwards. So that's the start, right? Next is all like you guys say, the pitch and the roll and all that sort of stuff. Interesting. Wait a minute. I'd appreciate it if you... Where'd he go? Oh, he's there. Okay, so a little unconventional from what everybody's suggesting, but it's kind of working what I want it to do. Yeah, that's going to be the fun thing. I have no idea where to even think about that. Okay, here's a question for you. With the roll and pitch, is it something that we can do with just the wings? We might need a few blocks and a few bearings. But is it something that we can just run on the wings? See, if I accelerate when we get up to maximum speed, we're heading down. So we need to adjust the wings to suit that. This is going to be submarine. You know, think so? Throw your ideas at me. I'm ready. We can use as much as anything as we like. That will help, for sure. It'll also help with the weight as well. How's it going? I'm expecting this stream to be a longer one than before. I want to be here until we get this done. So... It's going to be a little bit kind of chunky, but I don't mind that. Come on. Yeah, man. There. Ooh, that missed. Ideally, no, but it is what it is. Now, maybe we can get rid of all this concrete now. It's still going to be too heavy at the back. I don't mind that. That's fine. We can deal with that as we go. Giant flipper. Cool. So what are you thinking? Just put... Yeah, that's true. I just want to kind of get some sort of idea of length versus balance and all this kind of stuff. So if I shorten this up substantially... See where we end up here. Because obviously it is going to be a lot heavier at the back still. That's not too much of an issue. We'll work around that. In fact, we probably don't even need to be that far out. Or that wide, actually. I don't know why I did it 3 wide. There we go. That wasn't too bad. Maybe. So. Next question is how we wire this all up. This is starting to hurt my brain already trying to think this through. In all fairness, I don't know what these are capable of. I have not looked into these things. Okay. I'm guessing I'm going to need that, right? It did die, but there is a great load of the modding community that has kind of fueled stuff into it. Next question is, how does this work? I just need to see how this works first more than anything. I have never used A and D converters. Wait. Huh? Oh. Let me have a read. I need to see what this is all about. Okay, so that's a... So are we supposed to be like this? That won't turn up the right way. Reading that, it reads like it's supposed to be like that. Okay. This is gonna get so confusing. Oh no. Yeah, I think you might be right about buttons, man. I think buttons might be a little bit easier to understand, maybe. If that's the right word. Because this, for my tiny little pea brain, this is going to get really confusing. I'm not looking forward to it. One day I will master it. For sure, for sure. I just wanted to see if it would actually bend at first. Like say, having never used them. Interesting though. If I push two at the same time... And boom goes the dynamite. Talk me through your thinking, Sir Moke. I'm intrigued. Oh, it's already a mess, to be fair. It's already a mess. Oh, I've also got that one set to rotate as well, which we don't want. We need this at like, I don't know, say 30 degrees. Yeah, okay. Well, the good news is, that's not doing a single thing. I might just go overkill with propellers. It might just work better. Ooh. I mean, it glides alright once we're up. And ragdoll. Oh, and the big wings? Let's have a look what we could have won. One day we will master flying and we'll be able to make some sort of madness. Oh, that'll do. Ooh, this will be interesting, actually. That looks so goofy. So let's just keep them like that for now. And do that. Interesting. My game audio has gone a bit crazy, is not getting all of it. I apologise to you guys. I don't know what's going on here. Scrap Mechanic does this to me sometimes. So, try with the wings, and then if that doesn't work, just go mental on propellers. One of these needs to go the other way. Okay, right. Contact! Ooh! Okay, well that works. We speed this thing up a bit. In fact, we speed the bottom one up a bit. Whee! Okay, awesome. Now the big problem is, in order to do that across, so I can go left and right, we're going to need to put more bearings in here, aren't we? Because you can't... No, wait, you can, can't you? You can run it off of... Wait, what am I thinking? What am I thinking here? Okay, so, right, you guys are going to have to help me here because my mind's gone blank. I can do one way. In order to go the other way, I'm going to need another set of bearings, aren't I? Because I can't do a negative on a controller. A controller is only set to go in the direction that it says to go in. Also, which way will that actually make us spin? It does make us turn right. Okay, that's cool. Right. So, what about... Wait, what? How? Oh, I don't want to make more and more and more engines. No, there's only W, A, S, and D. But I'm going to need to have... I link two of these together. No, okay. So I'm going to need to do a second controller. That's okay. No, this works. This works. This works. We'll take this off and we'll leave that on there for now. So we'll have to rotate this one. Will have to be. Let's not do it at 30 degrees. 30 degrees is mad steep as well. It's also going the same way. Never mind. We'll just land over here. Yep, that's as intended. That goes down. My eyes are that way. Is that the right way? I can't work this out. Forwards, 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 forwards. That turns left. Okay, we won't want it to turn left, we want it to turn right. Yeah, okay. This doesn't seem to be wanting to turn too fast. Maybe we do need it at 30. If we throw this at 30, then it might turn quicker. This doesn't need to be in here right now. You gotta turn these the wrong way around. I don't want to go crazy with the props. I will get this to a degree how I would like it to go. Trust me. It might take a month, but we'll get there. Okay, cool. Right. I'm happy with that. It goes where we want it to go-ish. And then it's just a case of trying to work out where we're going to put the next set of bearings. So, there's a wing there, there's a bearing there, there's a wing there. Then if we put a bearing here. Bearing here. Boot that out of the way. 1, 2, 3 wings. Okay, so if we put a few more on. That's the one that we want. Oh. We can do this. There's something that we do on this channel is succeed, even if it is poor. We'll get there. Okay, and then we need to go to this controller. To go this way. That needs to go through an AND gate. And that'll be D. Oh, D. There we go. Drive the seat to there, to there, to there. And when we're in here, this goes 30 degrees. Wait, which ones do we need? 2 and 3. So this is 2, 3. Yeah, it did. I hope it did. It looked like it did to me. It might not have done, but we'll double check. Oh, this is going to be a problem. This is going to be a problem. Okay, I got an idea. We take this wing out and we'll run it straight off of that. So it'll be a little bit unconventional, but we'll run a small pipe in. So we go bearing, small pipe, bearing. Will that work? That won't work, will it? Because it'll only be the... Ooh. Don't know now. Just trash all of this. Will that work or will it not work? So that one needs to go over here. That one needs to go over here. I think the issue there is something. I don't know what, but yeah, I kind of agree with what you're saying. It's just trying to get it so that when the bearing moves... That D doesn't even look like it's being pressed. It's connected to the C. Is there... Ah, I see what's happening. It's alright, it's just me being stupid. That needs to be A. That's all it was. That's all it was. Okay, so the little pipe does actually work a lot better, to be fair. The whole wing bends, so that is what we'll do. And that's in the wrong place as well, isn't it? Because that's lower, this one's higher. Oh no, it is lower. Cool. Yeah, the problem was I had the WSD converter set up completely wrong. Slow progress, but it's still progress. Now I've just got to work out me left and me right, and then we might actually be going somewhere. Slowly, slowly catch your monkey. Okay. Right. Perfect. That's exactly what we wanted to happen. I'm so glad. I am so glad. They're the same width, aren't they? Probably not. No, they're not. Needs one more here. Also, they're above and they are on the center. Fantastic. Right, so now they're the same. We've got up, kind of. We've got sort of forwards. There. Oh, okay. So, I mean, we're kind of flying, if you can call it that. Whee, okay. So now we just got to work on the... On the what? Oh, thanks very much. I usually get a little notification, but I guess if you guys... if you've got it as your subs aren't seen, I don't know if it comes through to me, but I never got it. but I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Okay, so we've managed to get left and right, and we've got some sort of forwards, but we are too heavy, are we not? Yeah, so the back is now too heavy to the front. But that is where the whole... So how am I going to run these guys? Also, thinking about it, if I put one of these on here, is this going to be too much propellage on the back? Or is it going to be enough propellage on the back? Oh. Turn around. Is it easy? Yeah, so there's too much propellage on the back. Talk to me then, brother. How's it going to be easy? Oh, my bad. The volume output shouldn't be that bad. Because obviously we're going to have to run this off a controller. Which will be those two bad boys down there. So you and you can let go, and we'll put you on here. What makes you say that? As in back to here, one more. Or back in the direction that they came from. It's pretty level. Just when it gets to a height, then it starts to go. So you're thinking moving back just one more block, huh? Try that. Bring it here. At this rate, we'll end up with a craft big enough to transport all of the products from the packaging station. That'd be a laugh. My nose always goes over my tail. That's how I roll. See, now they're further back. They've only moved one square back. The forwards proportion is on the seat at the minute, and the upwards proportion is on the button. So you look at the big engine at the front. If I push the button, it's not spinning. If I W, then obviously we move forwards and crash into all the trees. There's going to be a farm button here, isn't there? No. It's just trying to work out. In all fairness, Maybe we can put it on a button so that then we can have the... How's it going, Dirtpaw? If we put the forward propulsion on a button so that we can put a W and S converter for these guys, it might work. I've not got anything against that. I'm so unbalanced because it'll be this length that'll unbalance it. For the most point, when these things are one block further forward, when they're here, it's not unbalanced until it gets higher up. By which point, if we've got some sort of correction, it wouldn't be too much of an issue. Oh, don't you be beating up my plane. So when these boys are back here, if you look, I think it's that one that needs turning right. I don't know which one it wants. One of these needs turning around. That one. So with them put back to where they were, if you look when we go up, we are level until we get too high, and then we get too high and it goes crazy. It's Fonts Mods Gaming. He's added propellers today, I think. I mean, if we feather the W and S, we do kind of get some sort of movement out of us. Just got to be a little bit dainty with it, I guess. I mean, we are actually flying, which is amazing in the first place. Hello! And then when we get too high, we go over ourselves. So we can control the, whatever you guys call it, pitch on the rear. Then that'd help us out. It's just how do we control the pitch on the rear? Because obviously we've got to put that through a controller to do it, but I'm not quite sure how it's going to work. It is epic, but it's not quite where I want it to be. But I told you guys, we'll just stick at it and we'll get it somewhere. Perseverance pays off. Don't just throw it in the bin if we don't get it straight away. Keep trying and we end up somewhere. Now if I could just get back to my base, that'd be great. So what are you thinking? Move the wings maybe backwards or something. Or forwards maybe. Ladies and gentlemen, we are home. Oh, that'd have been epic if I could have landed that on there. But it's just proof that even when you've got no idea what you're doing, you can make a simple flyer. I am on test mode. Oh dear. Beacon. Hey y'all, how you going? So, got a choice. If we move anything, we're going to throw ourselves out of balance. Just wonder. I wonder. What happens if we put a few more wings on us? I don't know if this will have much or any effect on anything, but... Okay, so now we're front heavy just by adding more length onto the wing. But strangely enough, it's a little bit more controllable because when we're moving forwards... I might take that back. I don't know actually. When we move forwards with the extra weight on the wings, it kind of keeps the nose in a controllable position. And then it starts to lift up a bit, but if we just throw a little turn in there... Oh dear, it brings us down too much now. No, I haven't done pitch at all. I've only done the yaw. I've got nothing to control up or down. Currently, it's just using weight. They are supposed to provide lift, but you need to put them on a tilt. If I just turn these off, we'll have to move somewhere that we've got some room in front of us so we can drag ourselves across the road. I don't think that we'll lift up just because the wings are flat. However, if the wings were angled, you should get some lift if you've got enough forward momentum. I'm not going to show you, it's going to dig in. But if you could give the wings an angle, you would get lift. I didn't need to turn that engine down when it's on a button, that's annoying. What a sausage. Plus I'm still not up to speed with how these propellers work, because there's a left and a right. And obviously I've got a left propeller in the center of my vehicle. If I could put some control onto the rear to give me the nose up, nose down effect. Ooh. Now we've got too much up. Bail out. Interesting, interesting, interesting. If we go full throttle there, but squeeze that down a bit. Okay, so... No... Here's what I'm thinking. Because the propeller at the front is a left-right propeller, if we can maybe put... We can maybe put one of each. We get a bit more flatness. How do I get these mods in survival? So the guy called Font, if you search for this guy on YouTube, I will just drop it into the chat. If you search for this dude on YouTube and go to any of his videos, he literally tells you how to do it. Nice one, thanks. See you in a bit, Spastic Cube. So what I think, and I don't know if I was right or wrong to think this, if I can do... So that's going to foul on that propeller there. Okay. That's not where I wanted that bearing. No problem. And then I need the right propeller. And we go right propeller. Now this might be too much now, and it's also going to be too much weight. Thanks for dropping by, I appreciate the help, honestly. trying to spin the wrong way. You. Yeah, there we go. We're going to have a problem where everything that we add now is going to take away from what we already achieved. It'll be very, very bad. So. Are these starting to foul on each other? Okay, so now they're definitely not heavy enough at the front. But we do have forward momentum. Have forward momentum, but no up momentum. And I'm stuck around the tree. So now we might be able to move the wings back a bit. If we move the wings back a bit, we'll get a little bit more balance. That might help us out a little bit. And if we can be a little bit more balanced, then obviously we don't need to worry about nose. Yeah, so we're just not strong enough at the front. So, what can we move back? Ideally, we want to move the whole lot back. Let's start with an engine. So that's the forwards and backwards. That's these guys. So we're here. Yeah. Boom, boom, boom. We're still back heavy. Front heavy even. Back heavy. So if we can move the other engine, that might actually bring us somewhere where we want to be. Bring the balance through it. See what happens. Put that up there. So that is running for that one. Runs off of there. Okay, and then we just throw this in here. Right. Take it to the lift. Helps if we turn the engine up. Jump on. Okay, so it's a little bit better maybe. This is what I'm saying. Now we need to sort the tail out. If we can sort the tail out, it'll be easier for us. But I'm not entirely sure how we're going to do that. Oh boy. And now we're stuck. Come on, up we go, good. If anybody's got any ideas how we can throw this in the tail, that'd be great. That's the only thing I'm stuck with now. If I can have my tail so I can move it to keep my nose up or down, depending on which way we're going. I mean, I could put it on buttons actually. Could put it on a button. Yeah, so what we'll do is we'll do the same as what we did with the wings on the front. We'll put this on a pipe and we'll put it on two bearings. So we're here. And it's going to be 2 controllers again. So we've got 1 controller under there, which move this bad boy out of the way. And then 1 controller this side. He takes control of the inside ones. Takes control of the outside ones. That lifts it up, that lifts it down. That lifts it that way. Alright. Try this. Do it at 15 to start with. Do this at 15 to start with. Then we're going to need a... Still no switches for now. Oh jeebus, this is going to be nuts. Right. Test 2. Okay, so that'll work as long as we're on push buttons. This is going to be really confusing to try and control, but we can make the tail move, and that is what we wanted to do. So that'll help us out with what's going on. If we put this on push buttons, it'll be really handy because we won't have to worry too much about what's going on. And then I might need to rebind something. Maybe. Do it here and here. Coolio. Right, same problem. Right. It's not the best place to be stuck right now. Oh, that's sweet. Not gonna have enough to get it round though. Okay, so it's kind of there. Kind of there. I know it doesn't look like it, but I promise you guys it is kind of there. It's doing what we want it to do. It's just now it's just user error, if you like. So it's just down to me to work out what I'm actually doing. And in all fairness, we don't really need one of these. We only need the one to keep our tail down a little bit because it likes to rise up anyway. But you know what? That is... What the hell? Oh yeah, so if you don't know, right at the start of the stream, I built a craft and it kind of... Well, it obviously went a bit wayward, and that'll be it just there. That's interesting. But yeah, we've managed to do this, guys, in all fairness. Putting that on push buttons means that we can wiggle ourselves around. We've got our ability to turn. And then it's just down to me to learn my controls and take the flight away. But honestly, that's pretty amazing. Never thought I'd be able to do that, so I'm happy with that. Somebody who doesn't make flying craft, this I'm happy with. And it's capable, so that's pretty amazing, in my opinion. Anyway, I appreciate every single one of you that has dropped in. We have managed to build some sort of flying machine that works. It does what we want it to do. Can't quite get it to hover, but you know what? It works, and that's good enough for me. We can kind of bring it into a nice land. Screech! I'm pretty chuffed. I'm pretty happy with that. I'm pretty happy with that. So I just want to say thank you to everybody who has dropped in. You guys have been fantastic. A lot of you guys have kind of coached me through how to build this thing, so I really appreciate that. It's a little less convention than anything, having the 4 propellers to give us lift. But, you know what? It works. And in fact, we might not even need those things. Makes a good submarine as well. So, yeah. Thank you everybody for watching. I appreciate it. I was hoping I could get myself out of this water. It doesn't look so, but you never know. Thank you, everybody. Take it easy. Have a good day. Bye for me. Bye, guys.